Now that Thanksgiving is gone, honey, let's get into this easy to make steak dinner for one. This looks great, doesn't it? I know. I do my thing every now and then. Just kidding, y'all. But yeah, let's get into this easy, simple steak dinner recipe. So I'm using ribeye steak as usual. Sometimes I use New York strip, but. So I'm gonna season the steak with what I had in my cabinet. Y'all know I love me some McCormick, and it's not sponsored, but y'all know I stay with McCormick, honey, because it's a one-stop shop. One spice and you're done. So if you have McCormick, the steak or the steak or the burger seasoning, that's like the perfect thing to use on this steak. So after I go grocery shopping, honey, make sure y'all, check me out on socials, by the way, because y'all be missing a lot. But yeah, so you want to make sure you drizzle a little oil and season on both sides. And that's pretty much what I did for the steak. But like I said, use your favorite seasoning and just make sure you get it everywhere, like liberally. Yes, could I have used a cast iron skillet? Yes, I could have. Did I have one? No. You gonna buy me one? You want to add your steak to a hot skillet or pan or grill. And for me, this is kind of thick, so I cooked it about 4.5 minutes on one side and 3 minutes on the next. You just, remember to cook it to your desired, doneness, and you're good to go. So then I flip it on the side so I could get, melt down that fat cap. And the steak still has crusty edges. It's nice and brown. It's cooked all the way through and it looks great. And look at the side that we seared off a bit. It looks great as well. Once you remove the steak, you allow it to rest, of course, and now we're going to work on the sauce. So right here, I have 2 tablespoons of butter. You want to melt that down. I don't care what you see in your pan after you sear your steak. Do not remove it. Leave it right there, like I have it there. I added some tomatoes and peppers down in here. You can add onions, shallots, scallions, anything you want to, even mushrooms. Once you saute that down, it picks up everything off the bottom. You want to add your flour down in here, and then you want to mix that out as well. The flour is going to help thicken the sauce and get your gravy or your sauce tasting nice and delicious and smooth and like a nice consistency. So now once you saute this down for 1 minute, I'm on medium heat, by the way. Make sure your heat is not cranked. I say things like that because a lot of times I do get questions about what's my stove is on. So then you want to add your broth or your stock and you want to, mix this up. As you're mixing, everything is going to, resolve together and get nice and thick. I mean, dissolve, not resolve, dissolve together, guys. I'm sorry. Dissolve together and get nice and thick. Here is where you want to season, but make sure you don't over salt or over season this because the seasoning and the juices from the steak was still in the pan. So make sure you just taste as you go. So this is how the sauce looks, nice and, the consistency that I like. And I'm just going to make it simmer for about 5 minutes on medium heat. And then I'm going to shut it off. And I'm not going to strain it, y'all. I'm not straining it because I want the tomatoes and the peppers. If you don't like that stuff, you can strain it on out. That was just the juices from the steak that was sitting on the side, on the plate. That was, that's optional. But if you have some juices from your steak, pour it down in there. So to go with the steak dinner, this is just a little drink. It's not something I'm going to make. And this is the dessert that I'm going to have with it. It's a creme brulee. I got it from Aldi. It's nice and easy to make. If you have a broiler, use the broiler in your oven. I'm using my torch, okay, because I like s'mores. So I got a torch so I can make s'mores whenever I want to. Oh my God, that was just crazy. So then you want to brown the sugar on top until it gets nice and melty. This is how yours should look after you put it under the broiler. All right, so now I'm just going to put my sauce over the steak like this. Look how rich and shiny and delicious that sauce looks, like seriously. And this is also not all the steak, honey. The steak was really big and I just sliced it thinly, put it over a little bit of mash and some broccoli, and that was dinner. Thank you guys for watching. If you make this recipe, let me know what you think. If you didn't make it, but you liked my video, give me a thumbs up and, comment your suggestions below. Look how tender and delicious that steak looks. Here go y'all bite, because I do feed y'all. All right, you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.